Hello everyone, this is Two Tone Shoes, showing you a very basic Spyral combo video. I'm playing in solo mode because it's a demonstration. The two important cards in this hand are Magician's Souls and Spyral Mission Rescue. The other three cards, while very helpful, are not necessary to get to the core Spyral end board. Alright, so the very first card you'll activate is Magician's Souls. It has the effect to send a Spyral Master Plan from your deck to the graveyard as a cost for special summoning it. So this cannot be Ash Blossomed, it cannot be Droll and Lockbirded, anything like that. So you'll send Master Plan from the deck to the graveyard, and this special summons Magician's Souls on the field. Now, one of the effects of Magician's Souls is it allows you to, while it's on the field, discard or send from the field any spell or trap to draw a card, up to 2. And in this case, we will just use Spyral Mission Rescue, though you could use these other cards. Activate the effect, send Spyral Mission Rescue, and you will draw a card. The card you draw does not matter. And we will skip those two. Skip that. Alright, so yeah, none of these cards matter at this point. You can do the combo completely from here. So you will activate your Spyral Mission Rescue in the graveyard. Its graveyard effect is to reborn a monster, one Spyral monster in your graveyard. This can be done at spell speed 2 on your opponent's turn if it ever comes up. But the important thing here is to get Spyral Master Plan into rotation on the field. Alright, this is very important. Make sure you activate your Spyral Master Plan's effect first. You need to go grab a second copy of Spyral Mission Rescue. And now we need to get this card into the graveyard along with your Spyral Master Plan to get more cards, because her second effect allows you to tutor a Spyral monster and a Spyral Resort when she goes from the field to the graveyard. To do this, we have a few options, but the main one on turn 1 is Barricade Board Blocker, because it doesn't have any requirements like Cerberus or Nightmare Phoenix. So you'll summon Barricade Board Blocker by pitching these two cards to the graveyard. You'll summon Barricade Board Blocker on the field. And yes, you will use this effect, pitching your Spyral Mission Rescue. Having discard outlets is very important in this deck because you tutor cards that you want to put into the graveyard for their graveyard effects. And then yes, you will activate your Master Plan. I believe in like live play or in TCG, if you did this combo, you could chain block Master Plan with Barricade Board Blocker, but I don't think you can do this because of OCG rules. Alright, with Master Plan you will tutor Quick Fix. So this is the only card, these are the only two cards that we've gotten off the 2-card combo so far. These other 4 cards still do not matter. You can now activate Rescue Mission. Well, actually, first, what I would suggest is play your Spyral Resort, because this card gives your Spyral monsters protection against targeted effects like Infinite Impermanence from your opponent. It's not super relevant, because they would have probably stopped you at some point, like when you first did your Master Plan activation, but it does matter. And I like to, from the get-go, tutor up Sleeper, because this is going to be the only chance you have to get it, and he's very critical to what's important about the Spyral's end board. So just get that out of the way now. So the only 2 cards we have in our hand that were from the combo are Quick Fix and Sleeper. Again, these other 4 cards do not matter. Alright, so now we will activate Mission Rescue. Select. We'll target Master Plan, of course. Best card in your deck. Throw her on the field. And this time you'll use your effect not to grab a 3rd Mission Rescue, but to grab Spyral Mission Assault. This card has a similar graveyard effect, but instead of reviving a monster from your graveyard, it will special summon any Spyral monster from your hand, except Sleeper. He has restrictions. So now, finally, 6 summons in, you will normal summon Quick Fix. Yes. And with your first use of Quick Fix, you will get Spiral Gear Drone. Now, you will special summon your very important combo-tastic monster, Spyral Double Helix, by using your Quick Fix and your Master Plan. So Spyral Helix has the effect, and the general Spyral theme is to call the top card of your opponent's deck, and if you call it right, you get a special effect. We don't know what their top card is, so we don't want to just risk it by blindly guessing. Helix's effect lets you special summon any Spyral from your deck or graveyard, which is incredibly powerful. So to get to the point where we know what the top card of our opponent's hand is, we need to know via a card like Spiral Gear Drone, which allows you to stack the top 3 cards of your opponent's deck. So to do that, we will activate Quick Fix's effect. Now Quick Fix allows himself to revive himself from the graveyard to the board by discarding a card if you control a Spyral Super Agent, like this guy. Spyral Double Helix has the effect where his name on the field and in the graveyard is Spyral Super Agent, so you can activate Quick Fix's effect, pitching your mission Assault to the graveyard to special summon him. And at this point, you will use him to get Spyral Gear Big Red, your in-arch type spell card that functions like a Monster Reborn. And notably, even though it is an equipped card, it is not like Premature Burial. You do not need this card to stay on the field to keep your monster on the field. Alright, so now we will activate Spyral Mission Assault. Again, these are all cards that we've tutored out. You will special summon Spyral Gear Drone onto the battlefield. Yes. And his effect will activate, and you get to stack the top 3 cards of your opponent's deck. Monster, monster, monster. Now we know what their deck is. This allows you to activate Spyral Double Helix. We know it's a monster. Sweet. This allows us to tutor the second copy of Master Plan from our deck. You could summon from the graveyard. This just gets you more monsters in rotation. And then we'll use this version of Spyral Master Plan to get our last copy of Rescue Mission. Now we need to discard this card, but no card in our deck really discards, or in our play in graveyard, none of these cards discard except Quick Fix. Quick Fix has the negative trait, once you've used his effect to revive himself from the graveyard, if he leaves the field, he'll be exiled, banished over here with the rescues and the assaults. To get around that, there's a cheesy way by Xyz summoning any rank 1 creature and then pitching Quick Fix as material. He kind of loses that designation of being banished. So you'll summon Princess Sprite, who has like a neat effect where once you use her effect to remove a material, it allows you to mill the top card of your deck, and if it's a monster, you throw it in the graveyard, and if it's a spell or trap, you get it in your hand, which is nifty to add extension, but again, we're not relying on any card this card gives us. Anything it gives us is a plus. So now we will activate her effect. Getting rid of Quick Fix, this is important, don't forget that piece. And it discards an Ash Blossom, does not matter. Now we can activate Quick Fix one more time. Once again, pitching our Spyral Mission Rescue. Summoning over here in face-up defensive position. You activate his effect, and the last piece in your deck that you'll grab is Spyral Gear Last Resort. This is important for your end bar. So the only 3 cards in our hand that we have tutored from the 2-card combo are Spyral Gear Last Resort, Spyral Sleeper, and Spyral Gear Big Red. The extra Big Red, Chicken Game, Wherefore Art Thou, and Super Agent are not part of the 2-card combo, and they are not necessary. Alright, so now we've got that all set up. We will activate our Appaloosa by using Double Helix and Barricade Board Blocker as material. This is one of the negates in your board. Now, with all this extra material, you can make a better Appaloosa with more attack and more negations available, but this is the very basic 2-card combo. You will now use the Rescue in your graveyard to special summon Double Helix again. And it's important that you summon Double Helix because he counts as 2 materials for a Link summon, which gets you into your Tri-Gate Wizard. And it's important to clear up the spaces below your Appaloosa so you can summon wherever you want. And the reason we used Rescue first instead of Big Red is Big Red does have the extra effect of making your Spyral creature it's equipped to unable to be destroyed by battle, so it's good to use this last in this particular combo. So play Big Red. This will get us our Double Helix, which will forge the right link for our Tri-Gate Wizard. And now we only need a left link to enable its Omni-Negate effect. And we'll do that by summoning Nightmare Phoenix. Nightmare Phoenix is the preferred option here because it gives the co-link effect of every creature in the 4-way co-link here being unable to be destroyed by battle. This is kind of important because in some situations they can force through like a dumb creature who can attack over Appaloosa and unlock their monster effects. So it does matter. Now, an important part of this combo that I will show you is if you're short 1 material to go into Nightmare Phoenix because your opponent interrupted a part of your combo somewhere, what you can do in that situation is instead of using those creatures to make Phoenix, you still had a Quick Fix left over. You can use Quick Fix to go into, let me show you my deck, Link Kuriboh. Link Kuriboh is a Cyber's monster, which could then turn into Secure Gardna, which only needs one Cyber's Link monster as a material. This will give you a right pointing arrow that Nightmare Phoenix has to enable your Trigate Omni Negate. That's fairly important. That's a reason I run this combo in the deck. Some people don't run it, but I think it's very useful to have around. The final piece of your combo is to special summon your Spyral Sleeper by exiling 3 Spyral cards. This is why I got the second Master Plan in there, because in the very base combo, you need that extra Spyral in there to use for Sleeper. Now obviously I could have gotten more Spirals in the graveyard with my other cards, but again, 2-card combo. And you will activate Last Resort, which is very important to keeping Sleeper alive, allowing him to use his effect at will. And that's the full combo. You still have 4 extra cards in the graveyard. You still have a little bit of value in here with Spyral Resort. And you have an Omni Negate, a 2-card pop, a largely indestructible board, and 2 monster negates. You have 2 cards that can't be destroyed by battle twice over. And your Spyral Resort protects your Sleeper from being targeted by anything before he gets targeted. It's a very powerful setup. Not quite Drytron levels, but that's the basic 2-card combo. There's a lot of other combos you can do to get more powerful boards than this, and oftentimes you'll have a bunch of extra cards in your hand that you can use as Disruption, like Called by the Grave or Ash Blossom, that you don't need to set up a powerful board. Alright, that's it everyone. Thanks. Bye.